G'day guys, something about vaping here. Today I'm going to be doing the review on Kayfun Lite by Sivameste. Hope I said that right. I'm not too crushed up with the German. Alright, off the bat, it's a German product, so quality. If you've never used Sivameste before, you should probably try it. So let's get into the tank itself. Now this is a 24mm version. It also comes in 22mm for those slimmer devices, or the 24 for the 24mm tubes look good, or the bigger mods. Now this is an MTL tank. Excuse me. So that's the base. As you can see, there's the open slot there. That's actually for the airflow adjustment. It does not have an airflow control ring on here. Con and pro at the same time. Con for those people that always like to fiddle with it. You're gonna have to unscrew the mod, but with most MTL tanks you kind of find your sweet spot, and once you've got it, you know where you like it. So this actually I like. So you get in there with a screwdriver and you keep playing with it until you find your sweet spot for airflow. Mine's pretty tight. It's kind of set and forget, which I like. So pro from me. Some might find it a bad idea. Also, there's no top airflow on this tank. No top airflow. No top fill. So to fill it, just unscrew. So you can do it built, or screw it up and screw it upside down, and you've got some big ass 4 kidneys in the side there. Squirt your bottle. There you go. Leaves, I think, less room for error, like leaking. I haven't had any gurgling or leaking or problems from this tank. Not that I had one from the Kayfun Prime anyway. Build deck exactly the same as the Kayfun Prime, if you are familiar with that. Let's get a bit of focus happening here. So you got 2 tiny dots down there, so it's strictly MTL, this, with high builds. Couple of O-rings on the actual deck, but there are no O-rings on here. I've got it quite tight. I've tightened it with a clamp so it wouldn't come apart, but there are no O-rings between the Ultim piece here. I think it's Ultim. Nice option. They're going to come up with different caps. There's the fire and ice caps. I don't know who will be stocking them in Australia. I'm waiting myself. The drip tip, standard 510 drip tip. This is a Sivameste style. It only comes in stainless steel. I'm not sure if they'll be doing special edition versions like they did the Kayfun Prime. This is my build stand, by the way. If you're wondering where I got this, it's actually a custom made one from a place called the Nebula Theory. They're in South Australia. Kylie from the Nebula Theory, so just Facebook search the Nebula Theory, get in contact and get your build stand, because this resin build stand is awesome, and she's really good. She can customize Addy stands and everything, all done in resin. I chose the colors. I just think this looks absolutely awesome. Thanks Kylie, shout out to Kylie at the Nebula Theory. to continue going on with this, you can unscrew this base for cleaning. There's no other purpose, but I have torqued that down a bit, and I'd have to use the old clamp to get it off, but I'm not going to go that far. I've juiced it up so it's a bit slippery, but for cleaning purposes, your airflow, just that little hole there, it actually comes through, this pin will come out. Now it does protrude, focus, should focus, come on. Okay, it does protrude out there a little bit, and I have been using it on a hybrid mech, so I'd say hybrid mech safe. I'd say a lot of people actually do use it. The bottom looks really nice with a logo and stuff there. But that's it, she's pretty simple. Now what do I think of it? Is it any better than the Kayfun Prime? I think it's basically the same, all honesty. Is it worth the price tag? So this is 160 Australian dollars I got it for, from Little Aussie Vape Shop up in Queensland. Shout out to Little Aussie Vape Shop for supplying me this hoodie. If you're into your high ends, or if you're really into MTLing, it's a great tank. If you've never tried the 7mesto range, it's actually a cheaper option for you to get to. I think the Kayfun Prime was around 200. I've got the special edition. I think that was 260. So for 160, for pretty much the same vape, 24mm, so it looks great. The 22mm, obviously you can go for as well for your smaller mods, but I chose 24. So I think it's worth it. If you haven't gone there and you're really into your MTL and you're looking for a high-end MTL vape, this is it. Does it vape just as well as, say, a Berserker 1.5 or a Berserker Mini? I think it does, but your builds are different. So in the Berserker Mini, I can put fused alien micro Claptons, for example. In this, I tend to use just plain round wire, but it does the job, and it actually, the flavour of, I'm using 28 gauge Nichrome N80 from Little Aussie Vape Shop. The Vaping Aussie. Now, I think I'm building 7 wraps. Comes out to about 1 ohm. And I get fantastic flavour. I think it's better flavour than a Clapton in the Berserker 1.5, which is also a great MTL tank. 40 bucks. I think it's a fantastic tank. But for higher end stuff, this is the Lamborghini, I'm going to call it, of MTL devices. So I'm going to go through a quick build on here, and I'm doing this on the fly, so as I think of more things to say about it, I'll go on. I've been using it for just going on a couple of weeks, so, and I really like it. I've just cleaned it and put it back together, juiced it up. That's one thing. I tend to juice up the O-rings because they can be a little bit sticky, and it won't kind of, it might not screw in all the way, but I found once you put a little bit of juice on there, it screws on really well. And if you're unscrewing it from the base, you've got to grab the metal bit down here, unless you've done what I've done and torqued it up with one of those tools. So I can unscrew it there without unscrewing the top piece, just because I've torqued it up a little bit more than hand tight. Now it does come with, it doesn't come with these screws in there. You have to install those yourself. Wish the focus would stay where I want it, but it keeps. Come on. Yeah. Alright, so first off, let's get building with the coil. I'm going to use, that one. This little coil winding tool that I love for round wire. So this great little tool here by Geek Vape. They do a newer version by itself. I got this one in a kit. But you just install the rod, cut your wire, otherwise just spool off to the next locking point. So with this one, I am going to be end up using it on a mech. So I'm aiming for around 16 watts, which ends out to about 1 ohm. And for some reason, this is on my phone, it's not charging properly. So I don't know how long my battery's going to last, but it doesn't matter. Now, for some reason, I have put the rod in the wrong way around. Yep, I have. Make sure you put it the right way around. All honesty, it's Friday night. And I've had a few. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Work hard, play hard, am I right? See, I've even pulled it right through. Will I edit this video? I don't know. We'll see. So, use this. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 wraps right there. Now I don't need this thing anymore. Don't need this thing anymore. Unless I stuff it up. I just need this bit. 2.5. Now I'm gonna just straighten that leg out. Just like that. Clip up, there's heaps there. Clip off, so it's still quite long though. Still kind of long. I wasn't even looking at the video if you could see me wrapping that. And now it's a small Phillips head, so you want the 0 size from the kits, the smaller size. Back those screws off. Now there are little notches in this side piece here. Now I don't know if the cameras actually will pick up on that. It's just not focusing that close. I do have it set to manual focus, but it doesn't stay there, which is what I wanted. I don't know if you can see these. Come on. Where is it? It's meant to be tap to focus, but it doesn't work. There's a little notch just next to these posts. So you drop your coil in, and when you bend your lead around, it'll actually go into that notch, which is ace. And then I kind of pull that side while keeping the coil straight, so it snags underneath that screw. And I do the other side, exactly the same. That's the same side. What have I done? Oh, I've wrapped the wrong bit around. Here we go. Drop that one in. I kept I had it too long. I was doing the same leg. Alright. So get that one, pull that one in. Make that coil centered. And I'll hold that lead. Tighten it. Cork it up. G'day mate, how you going? Just like that. Jesus Christ. May have had a few. Torque that one up. That's the thing with Phil, they can jump. Alright. Now just cut off that excess. Great. Where's my cotton? Somewhere around here. Now position that coil a little, and I'm actually going to space it. So take it off the build stand. I'm going to be pulsing it on the Mirage by Lost Vape. And it does look pretty nice on the old Mirage there. I've got a new coil. I'm going to pulse it at 16 watts. Get my tweezers. Turn it off. When I heat it up, I'm just going to give it a little tug. Give it a little tug from the top and the bottom. This focus thing is shitting me off. There we go. A little bit more spaced in there. What I'm aiming to do is get those legs nice and spaced from the airflow, as so it has zero chance of causing a short, because that's the last thing you want on a mech. Because they do come pretty close to it. Beautiful, perfect. Perfect. So now that's done. I'm going to double check the resistance. Now I go to how do I do it with this bloody thing? Sets. Ohms. Why does it say 0? Fucking thing. It's 0.91, but I'd say it's higher than that because that was before I pulsed it. And when you pulse it, it goes up. Ah, here we go. 1.1 it says. Alright. I like to use the build stand over using the mod. Now, that's all nice and done. Easy wicking. Now wicking, I've got 1,000 types of wick. I'm going to use canna cotton. I don't mind it actually. So, I don't know what's going on there. Grab a bit of this. You don't need much. It's only a 2.5mm coil. So that should be plenty. I'm I'm just going to get out the crappy bit by running my fingers through it. That bit there. The bit that's hard, I go for. The bit that feels thicker than the rest. You get the feel of wicking. But I'd say if you're going for a high-end MTL, you've kind of got wicking your MTLs down pat. Shove it in there. Give it a gentle pull. It's a bit tight in that section. Now I'm not trying to get too much of this out because it's a nice thickness. I just want to fluff it a bit. Alright. It's pulling that coil, which I don't want. Because it's spaced, I don't have to worry about it gaining a hot spot. I've just got to worry about it not being spaced anymore. There we go. Cut in line with the addy, with the O-rings. 1, 2. Now what I find with this one, which is the same as Kayfun Prime, don't worry about fluffing it. Just grab it, stick it right in after you've cut it. I find if you fluff it or something, you may get flooding. Just grab it, shove it in, kind of the opposite way you've learnt in the past. Just get it, shove it in. Same on this side, get it, and just shove it in there. Being MTL, it's slow anyway, but that's perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself. There we go. Focus. Put my hand there. Focus. Perfect. Don't know if you can. It's done it again. Oh, there you go. Fine. These scissors, if you like these. Embroidery shop. Thank you to my lovely girlfriend for getting me those, because she wouldn't let me steal hers. I think they were really nice and they're really sharp. Lastly, juice up. I'm just using this dripper bottle that's got juice all over it. It's an easy dripper. Makes just refilling a bit easier. Oh well, I find. Depends what addy I'm using, but I'll just store it in there. It's just when you first soaking your coil, it might be a bit hard, so. But I've got this down pat now. So I'll just do the wick first. Obviously. Once that's got a bit of juice, do the top. Couple squirts there. Don't overdo it. Now, fill it. See, I'll just pump it in there. There you go. Oh, I just realised my hand was. Well, that's full. Screw it down. That's it. She's ready to go. Now I'm just going to double check everything's good, no shorts, before I put it on a mechanical. It's 1.07. 1.07. 16 watts, that's a treat. I'm putting it on mech, but I'll leave it on there for now. Now, beautiful, beautiful little vape. That flavour is really good. I'm just using a tobacco, but that flavour is really good. Let's have two of me going. Overall, I do recommend this for any MTL goers out there that want to get into the higher end kind of MTL. It just looks really nice. Not overdone. No crazy amount of branding. Looks great on a tube. What else could I say about this? What else is there to say about this? If you've got the Kayfun Prime and you want something 24mm to go on your 24mm tubes, this is it. For all the MTLers, definitely worth 160 bucks. If you think that's a lot for a tank, it's not crazy amount. There are a lot more pricey ones, and for a high-end German product like this, it's definitely worth it. I like it just as much as the Prime, and I loved the Prime. And I think it does go better than the Berserker, but would I take it to work? Not my work, depends what you do. If you've probably got an office job, something where you don't get too dirty, this will be a nice show off. But if you're getting quite dirty, I wouldn't take it. So the only downside to it, I think, is not having a top fill system, but the capacity is more than enough for the day for me, using high milligram mix salts. I think I'm on 35mg on this. That's plenty for the day for me. So capacity, I think, is with a 4mm, spit it out, 24mm Addy. I think it's 3.5mm. I think it's 3mm with a 22mm, so you get the extra capacity. Could be 4mm. I have to double check. Yeah, that's it. The airflow adjustment, set and forget. So I really like that set and forget style airflow system. No pop and pull. There's no chance of you changing it in the middle or anything, and it works really well. Next safe. It actually looks alright on here. I might use it on this instead of putting it on my mech. Nah, I'll put it on my mech. Alright guys, thank you for watching. As always, stay cloudy. I'm something about vaping. I'll be bringing you more videos, more regularly hopefully. I was meant to post one last weekend, but I didn't. I kinda got a bit busy, as we all do in life. I'll try to keep it regular. My next review is gonna be hopefully later this weekend. What should I do? I've got so many things to do, and that I've been working on and testing. I'll do the drone. Alright guys, thank you.